All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all doing well. Weather's been a little disappointing over the past couple of days, but, we live with what we get. So, the goal for this stream, as, I've kindly pointed out in the title, is to make a little pocket anti-aircraft gun. I was going through the woods last stream, and after thorough review of, me bitching out, I've decided that really the only way that we're going to make it there is if I don't ever have to aim. And how are we going to do that? Not you. So what we're looking for is mosquito oil. And do we have the other one? Any other oil that does less ammo consumption chance, which is unfortunate because I've been throwing those away. But the reason we want to do that is because theoretically that should give us bulk oil. Yeah, that'll do. That'll give us infinite ammo, more or less. And my plan for that is this here, Arbiter 2. So, the Arbiter 2 is a really interesting gun because despite the fact that it has, 3 bullets over in the right sand hide, bro. God damn. Right-hand side of the HUD. Firing it, like so, expends all of them. So, my original thought was that we're going to, what we wanted to do was just make it so that, our reload speed was plus 100%, and we could just have an instant reload. Unfortunately, I've kind of found that that's not, good. Someone in the Discord was nice enough to test for me whether or not that would actually give us, the sort of fire rate that we're looking for, and it just doesn't. So unfortunately, we are going to have to take the hits that come with mosquito oil and bulk oil. But I don't think those are too bad. They're not really, I mean, they're not egregious in the slightest. But, we're going to do our best to level this up so that it can take the 2 oils today. And I'm thinking that we also want chain lightning on this, I think. Because I was looking at some footage for the boss that comes with the forest zone. And it looks like it's really just an aim check. Like, there are 2 or 3 specific parts of the boss that you can hit that actually do damage. And that should be fine. I would rather have something, built for it. I don't think that the Corpse Maker is really going to be our go-to there. I think we might actually finally have, cause to deck our Dolphin out. But otherwise, it's kind of, whatever. Let's see. But yeah, no, the sort of base stats that come with this gun are incredibly interesting for all sorts of build purposes. The fact that it expends every bullet in the magazine once you fire is really interesting because it implies to me that we're more or less immune to the extra ammo consume chance. Because, how are you going to consume an extra round in the magazine that isn't fucking there, So, that could be really cool. We also have we can dump RPM, I think, because, we're going to be firing this in a semi-automatic fashion. So, I think, hypothetically, that should be fine. Although Now that I'm looking at it and it says RPM, we might actually need to get one of the, we might need to get a priming bolt and convert this to semi-auto, which is, weird. I didn't think that would really be an issue. Although I guess this has a RPM cap as well. You know, that's interesting. I've never, like, we've used it before, but I don't think the flicker really has any, I don't think it really has any interesting properties for a gun build. So, I mean, whatever. We'll put that away. We'll put our beloved Ploika back, and I guess we just sell the flicker. Like, I still don't really know what the purpose of it is. It doesn't, like, have any, like, really cool stats or whatever. It's just, like, a shit gun all around. I don't know how I would build it if I was, like, forced to go through the game with the flicker. What else? Oh, yeah, so I was doing a couple runs off screen. You've no doubt noticed due to our, you know, inventory. And I found this Santa hat, which gives us +1 luck, so we have +2 luck now. And, I mean, it wasn't really as noticeable with +1 luck, but with +2 luck, things become, like, noticeably more absurd. In that, like, we're getting ammo drops out the ass. Like, pretty much every barrel has something in it for us. Like, it's a lot. You know, what if we put the suppressor on? I guess we don't really care about having, like, spread, though. Maybe we just leave it off? Because, like, I don't want to... We're going to have infinite ammo, so durability is going to become, like, a big issue with this instead. Do we really want to keep the corpse maker? You know what, actually... Yeah, we'll go through the caves and level this up. I don't really have, like... I wanted to go through the town. I really like the town. It's good for, like, farming, just whatever. But, you know. Yeah, like, see, there's... That's fucking insane. Free drifter off the rip. There's, like... There's clothing items in the barrel. Like... This is absurd. So another really interesting thing about the Arbiter 2 that I kind of initially discounted when we first got this gun in, like, our second or third run was that it happens to be the only gun, I think, in the game that by default has, like, 3 multipliers on how many bullets it puts out. So, like, for example, if we just go in right now, like, 40 times 8 times 3. So that makes additional projectiles on the Arbiter, like, very, very intriguing to play around with. Because, like, we're getting... In some cases, like, we're getting a ton of extra ammo for literally nothing. I'm also... This could be a good gun for, not Holy Purge, but, Holy Fire, I think? Holy shit. Flat. I guess we could have blown them up. The, in case anyone's wondering, the combo of, like, the Shogun armor or whatever, and... the shoe is also very good. Unfortunately, it doesn't one-shot the, oh, we're about to die, Lamau. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite have enough oomph to, one-shot, like, Goblin Spearmen and shit like that. But it is still, like... I wouldn't trifle with it, personally. I wouldn't want to find myself on the receiving end. I'm still not used to Coyote time. Fucking hate those things, dude. Yeah, so 2 rod stop. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, so oh, yeah, check you out. Well, we will in a second. What you got for me? Yeah, like, bro. In what world are you gonna find that shit just lying in the shop, in the caves, without, like, enough luck to blow your own fucking... Yes, sir. What condition's this in? It's in pretty good condition, actually. So, I don't know if the Dolphin is, like, necessarily the best to make, like, you know... I don't know if the Dolphin is necessarily the best to make, like, a one-shot kill boss melter out of. Just by virtue of the fact that, like, its durability is so low. And there do seem to be like other sniper rifles that are really good for like building off of, but I mean, now that we have 2, I guess I don't really mind. Where are we taking those shots from? Okay. Lots of bread. I like to see. We're gonna be making some, like, hella fucking cheeseburgers when we get back to the church. I'm not gonna lie, though, like, having to go through this with the stock Arbiter is, a chore, to say the least. Like, I'm not one to blame my tools typically, but this is kind of fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I will say though, the like 200% reload speed or whatever that was demonstrated to me in the Discord when I was asking around about like ways that I could make it really funny, like, it was kind of good. It was a lot better than this, I'll say that much. I kind of expected this to be a lot more usable off the rip. Otherwise, I might have just done this off camera, but whatever. We also do still need the mosquito oil, which I'm kind of surprised now that I'm thinking about it that I didn't, like, I never thought to keep. Like, I don't know, you'd think that you see, like, such a big-ass fucking number for any stat, and you just leave that in your stash, but unfortunately, I don't think I was too forward-thinking. It'd also be helpful to know the rarity, because, I mean, like, kind of by definition of having, like, a luck stat like this, we are making it a lot less likely that we get lower tier items. Alright, what do you got? Hedgehog suit. Blap. Oh, shit. That's another thing I didn't consider. Well, I guess it kind of depends on what oils we end up using to, kind of depends on what oils we end up using to combo with the, mosquito oil. I think bulk oil, if I remember correctly, still lets us get organ drops, but this could be our ticket to completing the dog eye quest. I mean, because there's no way in hell that I was ever gonna do that without, like, you know, just spraying and praying with a shotgun. Although our Ploika build was doing pretty good. I think that's how we got our first eye, if I'm not mistaken. I'm almost certain that there's no way I'd be getting that with a corpse maker. Oh, shit. I forgot that we still have, like, half a second of coyote time. I was so sure we were gonna die. Blap. Actually, goblin flesh could be good. That's... I think we still have only 1 in the stash, but I'll take as much as we can get. Pope hat? You know, I saw when I was raiding, I saw that the other guy was using the Pope hat, and I'm kind of curious as to why. How are we gonna... It's just extra jumps. Huh. I mean, it is a unique stat, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna knock it, but it still seems like, I don't know, it just seems like a weird pick to, like, main, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't. The titanium helmet gives you, like, more armor than most armors. Oh, shit. God damn it. Should have aimed up a little more. The Santa hat gives you extra luck, which is like, you know, we're kind of killing it right now. We might actually come out of this, like, even on ammo. If we're lucky. And that's, like, especially weird because we're using a gun that consumes, like, 3 times as much as everything else. Was he leaving a trail? No. The implication of the goblin being like titled the little ones, like they're literally called Goblin Young. So like this guy, a full-grown adult's just like, you know, chilling. Send the kids at him, bro. It's fine. Pretty sure that violates the Geneva Conventions. Flap. The organ drop rate is fucking crazy, too. Alright, well, I guess now we have the, 3 in a row that we're gonna need for... You know what could be also really good? And I guess I, like, didn't consider this till now, but we could do... we could do Holy Crusader. Instead of Chain Lightning, which I was originally going to do. And this could be like a really, really effective single-shot weapon. I'm a little hesitant to do that because like this is kind of meant to help us out. This is kind of meant to help us out in the forest boss fight. I wonder if I can just... Oh, check that out. I've been wasting explosives this whole time. My bad. Although, I mean, let's be real. When was the last time I actually used a grenade for the purposes of being a grenade? Okay. Nothing too interesting in here. We did level this up twice, which is kind of like where we need to be for the infinite ammo, but like all the funny shit we can do with this comes after we get infinite ammo, so maybe we just maybe we keep going with it. Beer helmet. I think I already have one of these, or I had one, and it wasn't very impressive. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to check and see what it does. But, you know. Fire resistance. Which, I mean... I don't use any fire weapons. Although, I will say, when I was making the Ploika... I think that actually, maybe before I got the Ploika, I was playing around with weapons that... like, do different elemental effects, and there was one that I made that covered enemies in oil when it hit them. And I had the Corpse Maker on me at the time. I think this exact Corpse Maker. And I was incredibly disappointed to learn that blowing an enemy up right now when they're doused in oil doesn't set them on fire. Like, perhaps the one reason I can think to want to cover something with oil. When I was 4, my daddy covered me in motor oil and tried to flush me down the toilet. Alright. I mean, we have a ton of water. And really, like... whatever. Just the revolver sitting there on the floor. Just chilling. The other thing about the Arbiter that's really interesting is, like, despite having one of the lower maximum durabilities in the game, it does seem to lose durability, like, fairly slowly. So I don't think that's going to be too huge of a thing for us to worry about. Kidney, lung. Really, I just want this. I don't know what I'm willing to trade for it, though. I mean, The clog is kind of dog shit. Yeah, there we go. Not that it, you know, sells for a ton, but then again, neither does anything else we have on our person right now, really. More loot does not necessarily mean more money. Ooh. Once we get to rank 3, we can just fucking finish this off. And then we just kind of have to... I guess we'll farm the town and see if we can get the mosquito oil. They kind of make, like... They make, like, the quack that Gunther from Adventure Time does. Brain. I mean, brain's worth 100, but... Well, I guess it only takes up 1 slot, doesn't it? And this police hat isn't gonna be bringing in the dollars exactly. Scroll of water, that's better, I guess. What really makes scrolls good isn't like the effects that they do or anything, or even like their base sell price, but the fact that you can combine them with other scrolls to get an even higher base sell price. Which I don't really get. Like, scroll crafting inherently like takes 2 scrolls, but like for whatever reason some scrolls are like by default more valuable than others, and that doesn't really make sense to me because like if I combine 2 tier 1 scrolls that are both worth, I don't know, let's say for example 1,000 soul, right? Like, wouldn't it then make sense that the result always has, like, you know, about, like, the same amount of value to it? But, like, you can craft 2nd tier scrolls that are just, like, complete dog shit and are worth less than the first 2 scrolls. I mean, individually, not even combined. It's kind of... I don't know. I feel like this game's got a lot of bullshit in it regarding, like, the money system and value and whatnot. Like, for example, I can't, for the life of me, think of one use of the water scroll. Well, that's not true. I guess you can, maybe, extinguish yourself with it. Which, I mean, I guess requires you to... Yeah, what you got? I mean, we don't need any of that. I guess we could buy another corpse maker for, like, posterity, except I don't have any money. So, no, we can't. Ooh. That was a nasty hit, dude. I thought for sure hiding behind the corpses of your friends would deter you. Alas. His marksmanship, it's too good. His shots are too clean. Removes burning and voodoo. I don't think I've ever had voodoo applied to me. I don't honestly think that it's a real status condition to begin with. Okay. Shot him so hard he dropped an egg, bro. Okay. The side room might have something in it. Sticks. Damn. You know, this thing does chew through fucking shotgun ammo. It is kind of ridiculous. Guess that water did come in handy for something. Almost rank 3, and then we can switch back over to the actual gun that really does the killing. Steel helmet. Steel helmet, I think, is pretty alright. I don't know that I'm willing to drop anything for it. I feel like in the next update or some shit, voodoo is gonna be like some crazy status effect that makes me want to die. So maybe we keep it. Fuck. There we go. Wait. No. Okay, there we go. LMG damage. That could be good for, if only because we can then use it to, make, like, a good, not Rector 100 round. I forget what the fucking LMG I have on me is right now. But, I mean, it could be good for that. You know what? Let's go back and sell all the useless bullshit we found. He's on this floor, right? Like I didn't drop after seeing the Hawkland salesman. Yeah, okay, cool. Is he a goblin? I'd have never guessed. Alright, yeah, we'll keep you. Sell the drifter, don't need the drifter. Sell the brain. It's kind of what we were gonna do with it anyway. Rubber oil. Maybe we keep rubber oil. I kinda want it. Anything else that I was kinda like always going to sell? Nah. Goblin flesh. I mean, I don't know who I'm kidding. The flesh really isn't the limiting factor at this point. The cheese and, well, just the cheese, actually, I guess. The cheese is. I'm really kind of, like, pissed off, though, about the fact that... Oh, wait, hold up. I know what I was back here for. I'm really kind of pissed off about the fact that you need... Holy fuck. Okay, maybe... I'm really kind of pissed off about the fact that you need 3 of the same types of flesh. Like, that... I think that really kind of throws it off for me. I get them both? Yeah. Ooh. That's not a great sight. At least we got the rank up. Rock. Dude, I thought the mages were classified as elites. I feel like I should have come out a little more in the green on that one. Oh, I guess we did just get enough ammo to like fund a military. Ooh. Kidney stone. I wonder what happens. We could probably craft that with water, and what'll it make? Soda, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Ugh. I mean, it makes sense. It makes a disconcerting amount of sense, but... Alright, water... Oh, wait, hold up. Potato, I think we can actually make... Can't make potato soup? You fucking kidding me? Fine. Eat them individually, I guess. Okay. Holy fuck. I didn't know it was built like that for real. My bad. I guess we can use this to kind of like clear a spot off him and then just like blast him. Yeah. Well, maybe dynamite serves that function a little better, I guess. You know, it's weird. You can put food in your quick use slots, right? But you can't, like, it won't let you pick it up directly into a quick use slot. I also was kind of hoping that that would, you know, clear more shit off this guy's body. Okay. Ah. Why are they multiplying? Do I just need to get the final hit, or like, do I really need to... What do we want to do here? I mean, I kind of... We'll get rid of the water for the bread. There's really no point. Okay. Damn. You're a tough motherfucker, huh? Alright, GG easy. Knob 22. Me when I were a chamber a 22 caliber weapon to 50 BMG. Do I want to give up anything for that? I mean, I'm happy with most of the stuff we're coming out of this with. I guess I could have sold the Pope hat. See, the problem with the Nop is, despite the fact that it is, like, dog shit as what it begins as, we can rechamber it to, like, 50 BMG and retain a fairly decent, like, very accurate weapon. So, and I don't have one of these in the closet yet. So, what do we want to do here? I guess we can get rid of like 3 water, and that might give us enough space. If I'm not completely out of my mind. Or, no, this won't. It's a 4. Alright, so we've got to drop something. I guess we could just eat the taco. I don't really have a use for it. Dude, there's some crazy Tetrising we gotta do here. Blop, blop, nop. Yeah, like, spread 2, perfect condition. Let's go, baby. I think that's... Well, I guess the Dolphin does better in terms of spread. An unfortunate truth, but a truth nonetheless. Although I'd have to imagine that the, you know, I guess we can just test fire and see what's what. So this, we might have to put a gun crank on this, but, you know, whatever. And then this, I don't think we've ever actually fired a Dolphin yet. Meh. I mean, it's not the reload is fucking crazy. What? Okay. Anyway, yeah, let's just go throw this shit in here, and then this isn't nearly optimal Tetrising. I think this might be better for long-term space. Yeah, okay, so let's get our Arbiter going. Bulk oil, I think we can just throw on immediately. Although we don't have any, yeah. Mosquito oil, please? If you would be so kind, add damage oil. I'll take any day of the week. Stationary oil, seeded oil, savior, reload, ready, rapid. Alright, so all this is garbage, I think. Reload speed, ammo consume chance. Savior oil... I mean, it could be a decent alternative to bulk oil, because, what, we're getting more bullet drop? But at the same time, like... This was never going to be an accurate weapon anyway, and we want to be using it at close quarters, so... I think we keep the bulk oil plan. And then skip oil, I don't think we need. I mean, it is a fairly cheap way to add bounces, I guess, but I don't have a need for it. Rubber oil we'll keep just because, I mean, well, no, actually, we have better ways to add durability. Damage for reload speed. That would have been good if the Arbiter could actually, like, get instant reloads, but I think we're happy with just what we've got. Let's see if there's any room in the safe for... Oh, we already have steel helmet, huh? Interesting. Is there anything I'm, like, comfortable with giving up for that? No, and I think we sell the Pope hat, too. Let's sell this, this. Scroll of Earth is fine. We'll keep you. Let's go put this shit in the fridge. We can craft another health potion, I think. Looks like we already had the requisite goblin flesh for burger crafting purposes. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I feel like you should be able to make an extra large health potion if you have enough rod sop. I mean, I don't really know how that would benefit us at all. But well, I mean, I guess you could do it like the burger does and just overheal, but I guess that's kind of lame. Okay, so our Arbiter isn't done, but it's done enough. We'll just wait till we get mosquito oil, throw this back in the closet. We'll get our trusty Ploika out. Throw this rod stop back in here. And then I guess we'll start farming for mosquito oil. There's really nothing, nothing I can think of that we really have left to do. And then after that, we can go into the forest and, I don't know, maybe win the game. I think that's really it, after all. Oh, hold up. I didn't look through any of this. Bombard, dum-dum. Yeah, alright, none of it's what we want. We're gonna be getting paper, so I feel like bringing the herbs in is fine. Holy water we can put in here, I guess. And then the Joel must... We'll keep that for the... wretched boss fight. Let's get ourselves some repairs. Oh, yeah, I also found an extra lung. Forgot about that part. It just does the same thing as the oxygen tank, except, you know. Whatever. Just need the chest of drawers. Let's bring some... I feel like it wouldn't hurt to bring, a little more shotgun ammo in. We can buy it. I mean, you tempt me. I can't believe I didn't notice that. But yeah, let's see if we can't get any mosquito oil. The rank 5 is the maximum, which is a little lower than I expected, to be honest. Like, I thought it was gonna be, I thought we were just gonna, like, keep getting exponentially, like, less. Or, I mean, exponentially, like, less often that we would get levels, but... It's a little sad. I mean, I haven't done any, like, Bep and X modding. Honestly, I don't think I've modded any game other than Starbound, and maybe Gmod. But if ever I were to write a mod, making it so that you can infinitely slap shit on your weapons would definitely be on the list. Speaking of making shit, I've got a lot of cool projects in the works. Right now I'm looking for like hardware components to make like a face tracking rig with, for reasons that I feel are way too obvious to warrant explanation here. But like stereoscopic cameras are wildly expensive, and I also don't have well, I guess less expensive than I would have expected. Like you can get like I don't want to say professional cameras, but like you can get a nice camera for like maybe $1,000 if you're lucky. Like stereoscopic cameras though, which I'm hoping to use for this project because they're a lot more accurate for the applications of face tracking and whatnot. Like half that. It's still like not an insignificant amount of money to be dropping on something that I don't know whether is going to pan out, because there are a lot of technical problems that I don't necessarily know how to fix yet. Like for example, if you're gonna make a face tracking library based off of like an RGB camera output, for example, it's whatever. There's plenty of like video footage of human beings out there that you can train a model on X, Y, and Z. But I mean, who's taking stereoscopic images and then of themselves, videos even, and like just putting them on the internet? Like that doesn't happen. So, you know, it's that's something I'm gonna have to figure out how to work through. I'm not, because like I think the only way really to do it is to have some sort of machine learning algorithm. Although I'm not entirely sure about that, because like I know Apple devices have like, you know, a face tracking library that's very, I don't want to say efficient, but they didn't have to have like dedicated neural compute hardware for, which is intriguing to me because that means that I could, you know, probably make or find something similar. And we don't have chocolate, huh? I can probably make or find something similar and not have to worry about, like, you know, am I going to have enough compute power to run this and at the same time, you know, do encoding or whatever on my GPU. Because, like, there's no way in hell that I'm going to be able to afford a, how would you call it? A two-computer streaming setup, you know? Like, that'd be more than the equipment to actually, like, burn that compute costs. So, you know, it's one thing that we're gonna have to look at. But I intend to do, like, most of the programming for that and whatnot on stream. Just because I think it'd be fun. I think this is the right conversation tree. Speaking of, we've got the dolphin gun, bro. Okay. Dog Eyes? He still hasn't restocked from when we last bought shit from him, which is weird. But it's also interesting. So if I sell you this barrel extension, are you just going to keep that, and can I get to that later? If I were to able to use you as, like, kind of mid-run storage, that would be incredible. I mean, I might be pushing my luck a little bit with that statement there, but you know, we'll see what we can do about it. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I want to do most of the programming for that on stream, just because I think it'd be fun, and I don't think that, like, it's something that I don't know how to do, so, you know, I'll be able to get, like, video documentation of my own learning process and whatnot. I think that'll be, if not interesting to watch, at least interesting for me to do. Repair kit? I haven't seen one of those dropped ever. That's actually a really good drop. Other shit I wanted to program on stream. Right. I said, like, last week I was going to do streams of me working on my overlay and, like, compatibility with Kick and YouTube and whatnot. I think, I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but I think it's more realistic that it's going to happen probably, like, late this week, like Thursday or Friday, assuming, you know, assuming life doesn't get in the way. Shit, dude, I need cocoa so goddamn bad. Like, my entire inventory is inundated with shit that I can't do anything with unless I have cocoa. Got him. But yeah, we're gonna do that. I found some really nice libraries for the purpose, though. Right now, what I'm doing is, there's this guy, I'm forget, his name is escaping me right now, but he streams on Twitch, and he wrote a, like, HTTP client in Godot that, like, hooks up with the Twitch API, and, I mean, it works fairly well. It's what I'm using right now. But the problem with it is that, like, it's written in GD scripts, and I mean, if you're non-technical, I don't suppose that'll mean anything to you, but, if you are, like, that's not a real fucking language. Like, that's Python. And I'm not trying to, like, shit on it or anything. I'm somewhat familiar, just by virtue of having written so much in it myself, but, for, like, web-based shit and stuff like that, I'd much rather have, you know, like, a language that I'm actually familiar with and use in a professional context, which happens to be, Go. And just, you know, me being lucky, there recently, I think, have been Godot bindings that have been updated to Godot 4.4 that I can use to, like, kind of run a web server, like, in Golang, and then we can send the events and whatnot to Godot natively, and have, like, a different system that I'll write myself, consume, like, message events and whatnot. We also have a lot of, housekeeping to do in terms of, we have a lot of housekeeping to do in terms of, just, like, assets for streaming and whatnot. Like, the overlay, as of right now, isn't as complete as it was a couple of streams ago. Just because of the fact that hitting affiliate has, you know, opened up subs and whatnot, and, like, cheering, and, like, I at the time I didn't really program anything for those sorts of events because, you know, they weren't going to happen. It was impossible. So I kind of have to figure out what we're going to do about that. I mean, I have the, like, follower alert and whatnot. That's just straight up blood. The follower alert and whatnot is, like, fairly modular. I have it set up so that, like, I can replace what it says and whatnot. The icon can change. But, you know, I don't have anything hooked up for the bits or anything, which I'd like to change if we're going to be doing the, you know, if I'm going to be reprogramming half the overlay to work with a stream agnostic system. So that's the other programming project I kind of want to, you know, put on stream. Lord knows if we'll ever actually get to them, because, like, God, man, I am the worst at self-starting, but, yeah, we'll see. Probably, if we're going to do those sorts of, like, irregular-ish streams, I'm probably going to do those around, like, 3 or 4 on whatever days I feel like. I don't know. I'll try and, like, post on Blue Sky about it or whatever if I get the inkling that I'm going to be doing something like that on a given day. But no guarantees. Okay. This is a fucking mess. Ooh. And we're out of water. That's not great. Recycle oil could actually be somewhat good for our arbiter build. Although, whether or not we survive to actually make that arbiter build is now coming into question. Is that an herb or a 4-leaf clover? That's an herb. I am fiending for a fucking 4-leaf clover, dude. I really want to see what this game looks like at 3 luck. We don't need to hit this statue. We already have a charge. I typically do anyway, just because I'm a paranoid little bitch, but... Ooh! What the fuck? That's a really big dog. I didn't know they built them like that. And I'm much less thrilled to find out that they explode into 3 smaller dogs. I guess we eat that cheeseburger now. Spring Quill boot. I mean, it doesn't sell for a ton, and I'm not really willing to Tetris it out for the time being. But, yeah, so other than those 2 programming projects, I also... Before we do crosscode, and I know I said I'd do crosscode, like, you know, for the past 3 streams. In fact, I was going to do it tonight, but I found a really cool arbiter build, and, you know, I'm kind of dedicated to doing that. But I think on Wednesday, instead of doing sulfur or crosscode, I had an idea for a YouTube video to make. I haven't made one yet, at least not, like, you know, in a long form, you know, like in a long form manner. I guess I've, like, exported clips as shorts from this to YouTube, but I don't really count that. But there's a server that I used to play, way back when. Oh, holy shit, wait, that's cocoa. We can make cake. Sorry, I'm getting my shit derailed. There was a Minecraft server I used to play way back when, and I didn't even really play it all that much. I'm gonna be, I guess, like, used to play is kind of a misrepresentation of what was actually going on. I found this as a kid, and it's called Just Swim. As the name suggests, you kind of just, like, spawn in an ocean. I'm led to believe that spawning in the ocean is kind of like, you know, I think that that's unnatural. I've never heard of a Minecraft world where, like, you know, you spawn in and you're in the fucking ocean. But, in this server you do. And the ocean goes on for quite a bit. And, like, the whole goal, more or less, it's just like a 2B2T kind of thing, but you start in the ocean. And this has been running, I checked the, this is a bad place to be. I checked the server information, and it's been running since, like, 2011, so this is, like, a fairly old Minecraft server. It has a lot of, like, aside from spawning in the ocean, it's a fairly eccentric server. And I don't think anyone plays it anymore, but given that it's been up for so long, I'd imagine that there's a lot of history behind it. And probably history that we'll be able to observe just from, like, getting into the game and, you know, finding land or whatever. So I figured that I'll, like, in gathering, you know, I guess not B-roll, but, like, footage in general for that video, you know, it'd be cool to stream it as I walk around and whatnot, and kind of, you know, do an unedited thing before I, you know, make a nice, big, pretty video about all of it, where, you know, I'm cutting out all the frustration and whatnot. So yeah, I don't know necessarily when I'm going to start that specifically. But, you know, I think that'll also, I don't think I'm going to be programming on the days when I do that, so it might just be another, like, 4 o'clock kind of thing. But yeah, I guess I should also post on Blue Sky when I'm doing that. But yeah, I don't intend to spend, like, too long gathering footage. I think it's going to be, I think we're just going to hit it for, like, a week, see where we can get. If we can get to land, that's great. You know, I'll go into the IRC and whatnot and see if I can, like, get a hold of anybody and, like, get some stories. And other than that, like, it's just gonna be us going through. I think we can sell the Bronco. It doesn't really strike me as the sort of gun to have terrific anything or really be interesting to build. Arcanoid oil, we kind of have to get on principle. Arrow oil, nah. Artillery oil, no. Shower oil, scramble oil, no. Inherited oil, no. Complicated oil, cartoon oil, no. Brute oil? None of these seem to be... Airsoft oil could have been good, but alas. I guess we sell the Mossman. Like, we have so many shotguns. Although this is mint condition. And this Arbiter is in perfect condition. Well, we'll sell the Arbiter. I don't intend to have an Arbiter that, you know, we're gonna replace. And frankly, I think one Arbiter is enough. The sunglasses, I mean, I guess I can justify picking them up if only to sell them. And then a lot of butter. Like, a lot of butter. Sell you, sell you, sell you. And we'll keep the Mossman for now. Although I'm not entirely convinced that they're like the best guns in any respect. Like, I feel like the Ploika rechambered to 12 gauge makes a better shotgun than the Mossman as a shotgun. Oh shit. Damn. Then again, I guess that could just be me. Blow his mask off. I love elites in this game, if only because, like, they're more of a hazard to everything around them than they are to, like, us. Like, I don't think I've ever come across an elite that didn't, like, are you seeing this shit? Like, yo, what is it? Or what it is? It's sulfur, again. Although, as I just had a very, like, long-winded rant about, I think we're gonna be doing... hold up. There we go. We're gonna be doing Minecraft before we do Crosscode because I need to get footage for a YouTube video. But Well, actually, I guess now that I'm saying it out loud, like, that doesn't really make sense, because I didn't want to do the Minecraft stuff on the regular schedule anyway, so I guess we will just do crosscode. So I guess that'll be on Wednesday, and then... Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have, like, off-schedule streams, I think. I don't know if we're going to do it, like, 1 week of the server I'm going to be streaming, like, consecutively, or what, but, we will do at least 7 days of Minecraft streaming at some point. Spade's becoming Minecraft YouTuber? No, I don't think I'm going to do another Minecraft video after the Minecraft video that I'm going to do. I'm only doing it because the server that I'm going to be doing it on has been living in my head rent-free for, like, since I was 11. And I have only played, like, maybe 30 minutes of it. So, like, for such a short exposure window to have, like, been buried in my head forever is intriguing enough for me to want to do one, despite the fact that it is, in fact, Minecraft YouTubing. It's called... So, the server name is Galactica Actual. But the, like, what I know it as, and what I guess most people do, is just swim. And it's a really cool server because you spawn in the middle of, like, an ocean. And it's not just, like, you know, a little shitty ocean and there's land nearby. Like, it's the ocean. And it's... How do I put this? It's not, like, Spigot or Bucket or anything. It's, like, straight up the Minecraft server jar. And they don't have it set up so that it uses, like, the latest version of Minecraft. They have, or they had, I guess. I should correct myself. Because I went to do the setup for... whatchamacallit. Like, I went to set up my client today. Like, with all the mods and everything. And the server itself happens to run, or used to run, exclusively, like, the snapshot versions of Minecraft. So, like, despite being more or less, like, an Anarchy SMP server, like, you couldn't really cheat on it unless you were going to make your own cheats. Waterworld 1995, so real. You couldn't really, like, cheat on it unless you were going to make your own cheats. And, like, if you did, I guess, you'd be able to do pretty much anything that the, like, regular server jar allows you to do. And I remember when I was on it, last, back in, like, I guess, like, 2015, maybe. There were a lot of people that had the only thing that's, like, not standard about the server is that when you hit tab, they do have the scoreboard set up so that it, like, shows you how many people like, you've killed. Like, that's what the scoreboard is. So, like, some of these people had, like, 10k kills way back then. I've been keeping a little bit of an eye on it since I, like, remembered and, like, started playing Bed Wars and shit again. I haven't seen anyone on, but they have an IRC server, supposedly. I don't know if it's up. I'm gonna have to do a little, like, investigation about it because I couldn't connect to it using the web client that they provide. So that's a little worrying. Although I think they were, like, on Freenode before. So they might have switched over to what, Libera? I forget where it is. Libra? I don't remember what the new, like, hot and sexy open source or not open source, but, like, you know, community governed, like, big IRC server is. But they might have moved their channel over to there, or they might have been running their own IRC server, in which case, like, the address that I want to, or the address that they have you connect to is a dynamic DNS address, which implies to me that, like, whoever's running this has been running this on, like, their own hardware with their own, like, residential connection. So if they were running their own IRC server, I'm thinking that, like, at least theoretically, I might be able to, like, hit them with Shodan or Nmap and, like, find whatever, like, new address they're running. But I want to get on there just to, like, see if I can talk to anybody who's kind of, like, you know, a veteran of the place. I just kind of want to, like, see what's up with it, because when I first, like, you know, saw it and started engaging with it, like, I had no idea what the fuck was going on. I never made it to land. I played, like, maybe... I think I have maybe 2 hours on the server at max. And that's not even, like... I'm going to be using the new account I just made. So I won't have any progress from that anyway. So I don't know. I think it'll be interesting just to, like, walk around and see what's what. Because, I mean, evidently, at least at some point, a lot of, like, people were playing for a long time. I can't believe it's still up. I'm a little worried, though, because, like, I do remember very, very distinctly that they were on the snapshot versions. And now, like, they seem to be stuck on 1.20.4, I think. Which is weird to me, because, like, you know, they were... At least as far as I know, they were using, like, a Jenkins server or some shit to, like, do automatic server deployments. So, I'm not really sure what's up with that. But in some respects, that's actually a good thing, because I have, like, a huge-ass fuck-off mod pack that I like to use, like, fabulously optimized and whatnot. Well, I have, like, my own kind of additions to fabulously optimized. And also, because they're using, or because they're on not the snapshot version, you know, if the going gets tough, I can download, like, Meteor Client or something and start cheating. So, like, you know, that's always an option. In fact, I might do that, because, like, my kind of ultimate goal, assuming it's not, like, assuming it's achievable in, like, a week and, you know, 14 hours of gameplay, I guess. My ultimate goal is kind of just to get to land. So, like, if by day 7 of playing this thing, if I can't find land, like, I'm more than happy to just download Meteor, like, hit the fly hack, and, you know, Sonic.exe my way over, like, the Green Hill Zone. And it would be really cool to, you know, like, see if there are any builds, like, buy spawn or whatever, like, see what's up. So I think we'll, like, you know, go hunting, try and be good tourists and whatnot. We're kind of in a precarious situation with our, we're kind of in a precarious situation with, like, our stash. Now that I'm looking at it, like, we're kind of full up in here. Find some death trap built by some 100k guy. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd love to see it. Like, as long as I can get a bed down after we get to land, like, I'm happy with whatever comes my way. Cause, like, again, I haven't played on the server for more than, like, maybe a handful of hours at most. And again, like, I never got very far. But, like, it's such an intriguing concept to me. And the fact that there are people that actually, like, stuck it out and played on, like, in that environment where, like, you know, if someone breaks your bed, you're gonna spend, like, an untold amount of time getting back to land or whatever. Like, I don't know. That's really cool to me. So I think it'll be, like, I'd be more than happy to take whatever comes my way. Yeah, exactly, bro. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. I didn't want to... I mean, I was thinking, I was thinking about telling people about, like, my plan to do this quite a while ago. And I'm honestly kind of regretting doing it now because, like, now that I've, like, started talking about this, like, the odds that I finish this will have gone down, like, substantially. Holy shit. You know, just because that's how the universe works, I guess. Lol. But you know, we'll see what happens. At the very least, I'll be doing it on stream, so there will be like footage of it. If not, even if I never get like the actual completed video out. Well, if it counts for anything, you've only told an audience of 3 instead of an audience of 7. Yeah, I've been trying to get better about it lately. I mean, not necessarily completing everything, but like, I feel like every time I say I'm going to do something and then don't do it, like a little bit of my soul starts to leave my body. So, you know, I still have like so many other programming projects and shit to get to as well. So, you know, it's not like I have a shortage of things to do, but I feel like this is probably one of the ones that I'm more likely to get done. Just like on the basis of the fact that I mean, I'm not going to call it easy. I have not had to edit like an actual video or anything yet. Like I've never had to write a script or anything like that. I've never had to make a thumbnail or any shit like that. So I don't know, you know, I don't know if any of that's going to be like too boring for me to stick through. But you know, like at the very least I know that I can get the footage. I know that like I think it's at least a decent enough subject to like go over. It's just like all the shit I have no experience with that's in the way. And it's especially nerve-wracking because like I want it to be good. I have a very like solid concrete idea of what I want to come out at the end with. And I just don't know that I have the skill and like am capable of developing the skill and like committing the time to getting myself there. I'm not like, I don't consider myself to be a perfectionist because like by definition, no idea that I come up with can be perfect. But like what I want to do seems to require a lot more effort than like I'm very, very confident that I can put forward. That said, we're getting our next round of ADHD meds sometime this week. So maybe this will be like the first thing that they carry me through. Took me a very long time to find a programming project I'm interested in finishing. Yeah, my graveyard is so fucking big, it's not even funny. It's honestly like, ugh, I don't like thinking about it. There's still things that I've promised people that like, they're so close to done. That's the worst part. Like, there's this, you remember Sundering Shadows, right? I think I was, like, I told you about it. I think you even, like, almost made a character. Yeah. So, I mean, I think I told you this, but I was, like, staff there for a little bit and whatnot. I don't blame you. Honestly, it's probably good that you dipped out because it kind of ruined my life for, like, 2 years. Like, I failed classes in high school, not critical to graduation, but I failed classes in high school because I was staying up till like 3 or 4 in the morning playing Sundering Shadows for no reason. It was like the pinnacle of unhealthy consumption. And it wasn't even that good of a game. But with that said, I met like a lot of people there, and I'm still on good terms with a couple of the people I've met. And one of them is making their own perfect bounce oil. That's actually kind of crazy. We want that. We can sell these. These don't really do anything for us. Anyway. The fuck was I gonna say? Right. Matrix oil. I'm sorry, I keep cutting myself off. Let me just get through this. None of these are mosquito. Anyway, so I was making, long story short, one of the dev people that I'm still, like, you know, on good terms with, of which there are exceedingly few, wanted, like, a... How do I even describe this? He more or less wanted, like, a tool to build the maps. Because we don't really, like, or we didn't, and still don't, have, like, a graphical user interface for building, like, areas and whatnot. Which is terrible because, like, the system we have for building rooms kind of demands it. And this guy specifically, while he's done, like, an incredible amount of really good work, the number of times that I've been trapped in, like, non-Euclidean rooms that, like, that I couldn't get out of under any circumstances, just because of, like, how the game was coded, and because, like, he didn't have a way to really, like, visualize what he was doing, like, something's gotta change, bro. So I was gonna make one of those for him, because I found, ImGUI bindings that work in Golang, which is, like, kind of what I'm doing all of my work in these days. And, like, it's literally done. It is so close to being shippable, I literally just need to add a context menu. And, it'll be 100% complete. And it's been this way since... I don't want to say January, but, like, March, maybe? Like, I was, just before finals hit, like, I was more or less done. And I still haven't gotten around to, like, finishing it. And I feel really bad, because I promised this, like, so long ago. I was browsing my old GitHub repos and saw Escherlib. Was that... I'm not familiar. Was that the project that I was using or making for... What the fuck was that? I'm familiar with the name. I've seen it before. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was Shitty Fake C. Oh. Oh! I remember what it was. Okay, man. I can't believe I was making that shit. Yeah, so that was, actually, that might have been something different. But at one point, I was going to make my own, Fluffos library to, like, underpin, like, a new mud, because the systems and everything that we had at Sundering Shadows were, yeah, they were, like, so horrifically outdated. Like, it wasn't frustrating as a player until I realized, like, what we were actually capable of having. And that we just never modernized to. And, like, it could have been so good. It's just, unfortunately, it's one of those projects where, like... How do I put this? I only wanted to do it because, like, I myself wanted to have, like, I myself wanted to have a better mod experience, you know? Like, I wanted to play something that was, like, better than Sundering Shadows with, like, more mechanics and whatnot, but, or, not more mechanics, but more modern mechanics. But, I mean, like, as I've matured as a person and a software developer, I'm getting, like, more and more wary of, like, total rewrites as opposed to just fixing what you already have. And, like, you know, dropping in, like, new architecture in place. But also, like, I was never going to finish that project because I wasn't in it for the joy of making that project. I was in it for what I would be using the project for afterwards. And that's not necessarily, I think, a bad... I don't think that that's necessarily a bad way to approach making, like, a simple one-off tool. Or, like, you know, solve, like, a small, like, rather tractable problem. But that is a terrible way, I think, of approaching a long-term, like, rather large multi-developer project. Like, you're almost, I think, guaranteed not to finish if that's, like, how you're going at it. The camo jacket could be really cool. And I'm not too sure if I'm willing to drop anything for it, though. Let's see what it does. Automatic weapon damage and 2 armor. I don't think that that's... I mean, we can combine it with the steel helmet and get, like, crazy... We could combine it with a steel helmet and get crazy, whatchamacallit, crazy LMG damage. But I don't... Okay. You're the one I wanted to come out. Oh, shit. Dude, I thought I was dead. I got caught on geometry and I thought that was that. Snail. But anyway, in terms of software projects and whatnot, though, like, I guess that does kind of mean... Like, if I take what I just said, like, very, very seriously, I guess I should interpret that to mean that, like, most of the shit that I just said I was going to do on stream isn't going to occur. Or at least ever come to fruition. But, you know, we're gonna try anyway, I guess. No reason not to. Alright. What do we want to... I guess we keep the human... Yeah, here's what we'll do. Because I do have a lot of programming projects I want to line up, but... You know, we'll, I don't know. We'll see if ADHD meds help. One can always dream, right? Oh, shit. I didn't realize that that was the electricity status effect particle. I thought that was, ooh. I thought that was holy damage. We're taking a lot of damage in general. And I'm not really too happy about it. Like, we're way behind par on healing items. Not that we can't afford to be, I guess, but... To some degree, I would... What the fuck, man? Alright. We might have to just... Ooh. Okay, we're gonna call it quits. I have no confidence in my ability to handle what just came out of that fucking door. Yeesh. Well, we didn't get a bad haul off of it, so I'm not too upset. Bop, bop, bop. 50 BMG... I mean, it's not terrible. It's actually, I think I'm thinking about it, that's probably the cheapest chisel kit we've seen, so we'll take that. I guess we could go make hamburger. And then... yeah. Throw some cheese in here. Human flesh. Man, dude, I thought I was over the post-nasal drip, but it came back with a vengeance. It's just not going down my, it's just not going down my throat anymore. Which, I guess, is a victory in its own right, but, you know, I'd rather not have to deal with any at all. I don't know what we're going to do about the stash, if I'm being honest with myself. I originally thought that we kind of had this under control, but evidently not so. Did I buy ammo from you? See, I heard that this is a really fun gun to play around with. And, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed. Let's see what we can buy and what we can sell first, though. Careful oil. None of this is mosquito oil. Although we'll take, I think we'll take add damage oil. Oh, God. Long shot oil could be good for our arbiter build later. Division oil. Nah. Yeah, okay, so I guess we just buy add damage and call it a day. We can... see, this is something I forgot to do. We could have just, you know, had another health potion, and then I guess we could have made it further than we did. But, you know, best not beat ourselves up about it. I think this is our second steel helmet, actually. Yeah. I mean, maybe we just sell it. Like, if I'm going to go in and have need of a steel helmet, I, A, won't be too upset if I lose it, and B, what's the point? Macho we can get rid of. Unknown. Do we already... I think we already have one of these. Yeah, we do. So we'll get rid of this in the flicker. And I guess we just keep the double cheeseburger on us. The Arachnoid oil can go... dude. I'm buying oils that I'm never going to use. Although they are, like, the perfected versions of the oil, so it's not all bad. Another chocolate bar. We just need to bring back flour. Is what we really need to do. Oiled up thug, that's what I'm saying. Sugar. Oh, wait. And then, what am I gonna do with this fucking chamber chisel? Am I just gonna... damn, that fucking sucks. Ooh, you know what? Actually, hold up. We're gonna make a crackhead gun. I think that's pretty fucking effective. That's gonna be fine. That'll do us just alright. It's not nearly as good as a dolphin, I guess, like in any respect, but you know, it'll get the job done, I think. Not 22 anymore. I mean, honestly, I'm pretty sure that this is a crime. I know you know what? Hold up. Okay, so let's see what, like, the corpse maker would be a federal offense to possess without proper licensing. The Ploika compact The Ploika Compact is a federal crime based on the fact that it has a stock, thus making it a short-barreled rifle. This is legal. This is legal. This, I think, this might be California legal. This is illegal. These two are illegal based on the fact that they're automatic. This, I think, is legal. I don't think that 50 BMG qualifies it as a destructive device. And it has a decent barrel length. I've already been over the Ploika. These are illegal based on the fact that they're automatic. This is legal. This is... I'm not sure. I think if you built this in real life and, like, someone took you to court, you might have grounds for... No, I mean, I guess it is technically an automatic weapon because you're discharging more than one shot with... But is it really more than one shot, though? Whatever. I'm gonna say that if you have one of these, you're pretty much ungovernable at that point anyway. This is legal. This is illegal based on the fact that it's a machine gun. The Salamander is legal, I think. Although, I don't know why you'd ever want to fire 7.62 out of a pistol. That would probably blow your fucking... Well, yeah, I think it'd blow your hand off. And then, the Arbiter 2 is illegal. I think, again... Well, no, actually. Well, yes, because it's a sawn-off shotgun. Although, again, if you've built one of these... I really don't think that... legality probably was not really even in your dictionary, and I don't think that anyone would be able to come after you and expect to, you know, come out of it. Anyway, let's do ourselves a favor. We'll do another town run, just because I feel like we get a lot of oil in the town. I guess we could also go through the castle. Yeah, let's go... we might want to arm up a little more if we're going to go through the castle. But I want to go through the castle just because I want to get the... I want to get the storage item within. And then I think that'll be our last run of the night. And then we've got other, you know, wretched horrors to look forward to. Smiley face. Actually, hold up. If we're going to go to the castle... Is there a fountain in the castle? I mean, fuck it, we ball. Maybe we don't ball though. Hold up. Let's get a lot more ammo and a lot more. Let's get a lot more ammo and a repair kit. And then we can ball. Okay. I'm satisfied now. Let's bring some mud cake too. Yeah. Well, we're getting the whole fucking shebang, man. I'm not... I cannot believe I almost talked myself into doing this shit with, like, nothing. Yeah, that would have been fucking wretched. Maybe we can make it out of this without alerting the guards. I think we'll go a right-only run this time. I mean, left hasn't really... I hear it behind me, I think. I hear the little pitter-patter. It wants me to know I'm not alone. And I want it to know that I trust it. I didn't fuck. I should have brought nicotine. Did I ever tell you about the, did I ever tell you about, like, the engineering majors at Bradford? They're like, they're bred differently, dude. It's so fucking funny. Because, like, you look at them and they look like the most normal people in the world, right? Like... of all of the people that went to Bradford, like, they looked like they were going to make it. They all dressed like dads, you know, like, they were all, like, fairly well-groomed. Well, I guess engineering is, I guess, like, maybe a little too broad to describe, like, what was actually going on. These were the kids that, like, you'd find in the makerspace, like, actually building, like, you know, I don't want to say crazy shit, but, like, crazy shit. Egg toast. What the fuck? Whatever. It's free health. It's free real estate. We're not getting off to a great start. Anyway. So, like, these kids are, like, they look so normal. And then, like, did I ever, whatever. Our professor, who, like, I always kind of knew to be, like, a genius con man. Because, like, he just had the cadence. He had the cadency and he had the facial structure. He spoke, like, I don't know. Because I've met a lot of professors since that are, like, I'm fairly convinced are, like, actually really normal. But he specifically spoke with the cadence of, like, a con man. Like, he spoke more or less in the hypnotic mode, like, 75 words per minute type shit. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So eventually he got fired because they found out that he was working simultaneously at another university. And in addition to that, he was trying to get... I'm gonna fucking scream, bro. In addition to that, he was trying to get, like, maternity leave. Or, not maternity leave, but, like, he was trying to get some sort of leave that he was adamant that he was guaranteed by law. Which, evidently, you know, he wasn't because they fired him, and, you know, I have not heard of a lawsuit since. So, anyway, when he left, the engineering kids threw a party. And more or less everyone was invited to it. It was in campus housing. We had, like, little townhomes, more or less. And I do mean little. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not up to fire code. But, I was invited by virtue of the fact that I was a lab assistant in the makerspace. So, you know, I rock up, and I'm expecting, like, you know, I'm expecting regular, like, college party fare, like, you know, drinks, whatnot. It's so over. It's so fucking over. But, these kids were, like, on a whole other level, though, because they brought in, using, I guess you'd call it a tote. It's like, you know, a big, like, bag on wheels, more or less. Like a bin, but not a bin. We're cooked. We're just cooked. I don't know how I alerted the whole fucking floor, but I alerted the whole floor. I hope that guy dies. How much am I willing to spend on this? More than I have currently spent. So, when I showed up, they used one of the totes and a blanket to smuggle in a full, like, fucking... a grill, more or less. Into, like, their living space. And, you know, it wasn't like a grill. It was like one of those, like, little egg ones that, like, you hook a gas tank up to, and it takes maybe less than, like, a foot by a foot of space. Like, you know, fairly small footprint, but, like, still... in the dorm, like, in the townhome, they had, like, a window cracked open, and they had a wet rag, like, suspended just below the smoke detectors in the building, which was, like, a whole other fucking thing. But, you know, like, I came in here, I saw that, and they were asking me if I wanted a burger. I'm like, yeah, I'll have a fucking burger, man, because, like, it was better than what I was going to get from the cafeteria that night. But, like, the crazier thing was that, like, when we were on the couch, like, fucking around, like, playing Smash Bros. And whatnot, A motherfucker comes by and offers me, like, and I quote, electric wok, which, according to him, was like some sort of unholy mixture of Listerine and yeah, no, it was Listerine, like, antiseptic, and I guess like NyQuil. And like he was sipping on it like it was no big thing. But like if you've ever had like any form of NyQuil in your mouth, let alone like the antiseptic kind, like that's not the sort of shit you let rest on your tongue. Like it starts to fucking sting. Like that's got a kick to it. So like, you know, and again, like these kids, like they look so normal. They're looking like dads. Actually, hold up. I'm very excited to talk to you because you might be the secret to more stash space. So, what's your story? Where do you find the meats? What about dolphins? These same kids were the ones that were trying to get... Oh, yeah, so I think I can. I don't know how often it restocks, but I sold this on another map. So, I don't know, man. Something's up with you. I might be able to use them as, like, bootleg storage, which was kind of, like, why I was kind of soy pogging. You have more sugar, actually? Because if you do... No, it's flour. We can take the flour home, though. Anyway. Double fire oil. Anyway, so these same kids were, or at least one of them. I don't want to say that he was like he was the one I spoke to the most, because he was in the makerspace, like he lived there. Which isn't, you know, a bad thing. Why am I on fire suddenly, bro? Like I'm not anywhere near. Of course I would do it again. I think this Nutella spread might out-tick the fire. I could be wrong. I was so sure I swept that corner. Anyway, during finals week, this same kid was trying to get me to do Zen with him. Like, I guess do Zen is kind of like a juvenile way of putting it, but like, he was trying to get me hooked on Zen, more or less. Like, how do I like describe the proceedings? He was slamming a Celsius and like had Zen in his gum, and he was trying to convince me that this was the way. Little did he know, less than like 2 years later, I would be on vastly more powerful prescription stimulants. But yeah, you know, he just a very interesting guy in general. The Zinnies, bro. What's the fucking, like, what's the weird shorthand that they had for it? The upper decker? I don't know. There's all sorts of fucking crazy shit. Hunting site, hunting scope we can sell. The uppy decky, bro. This was like back when Zen was like just like more or less hitting the streets too. Like this was before it kind of became you know, one of the most, or I don't want to say one of the most, but like regularly consumed in America. Like, you know, a kind of like commonplace object. So he was like, he was quick with it. He made that bandwagon. Forget getting on it. I mean, I don't really know what. I should not have eaten that rice. Zen dealer using GameStops as a bank. Huh? Would you happen to care to elaborate? Oh. Cause he's selling it to... I get it. Okay. My bad. I don't know, man. After the GameStop rallies, like, I'd have to imagine that a decidedly different crowd is hanging around this place. So fair. Interesting. That probably sells for like $3. Holy shit! I was frantically trying to get out of that, bro. That was not a good place to be in. We don't have chocolate. Oh, wait, hold up. Yeah, we do. We're so back. Sawdust. Me when I add sawdust to car engines to make horrible, terrible, no good, very bad cars last longer than they have any right to. I love this guy, dude. He's just so fucking funny. I mean, I don't know about the, I don't know about his secret menu that is comprised entirely of, like, human, bird, etc. flesh, but everything else about him just tickles me greatly. You know what we did forget, despite, like, all of the preparation that I, you know, thought I was doing beforehand? We didn't get sunglasses. Why did nobody tell me you were live? I guess I haven't been posting the schedule, but, like, I don't know, man. That's not actually true. The schedule is on Twitch. Like, I have it set up now. It, like, properly tracks when in actual time I'm going to be live. Every once in a while there's, you know, a day that I can't make it, but otherwise, you know, we make it work. Also, speaking of days I couldn't... never mind. Actually, hold up. I'll yell at you after stream about that. But... there were some bitches. It doesn't say the time? I'm almost certain it does. But yeah, no, it's always... whatchamacallit? It's always been, like, 8 EST. It still is. Earthworm? Alright. If it doesn't say the time, I'm gonna have to go through, back through and... see what's up with it, because I'm, like, almost certain I configured it. Hell of a run, boys. Alright, yeah, so we do get the amulet. That's good. Okay, it says 7 to 9. I guess you are an hour behind me. So, that checks out. Oh, dude, I had so much shit to sell, actually. Hold up. Fuck, I fucked it. God damn it. We're gonna have to play the inventory management game, I guess. Everyone's favorite. On the one I looked at on my computer, it just said the day. Leave it to Twitch, dog. I mean, I say that, but I say it mostly facetiously. Like, the 2 other places I'm streaming on are infinitely worse in terms of feature set. I guess we can sell this sugar. I wanted to bring the flour home, but I guess I ate it in a panic at some point. Collateral oil. Collateral oil could be good for our arbiter, I think. I don't know if we're ever going to get there, but Yoink. Okay. Oh, shit. Where the fuck did you come from, dude? Big problems require, I mean, moderately sized solutions. Okay, where else are you streaming? I opened a channel on Kick and also YouTube Live. YouTube Live is nice because they store my videos indefinitely, and, you know, there's that. Kick I'm streaming on just because, I mean, I already had the multi-stream set up, and I don't know. It was convenient enough to do. I recommend either of the two over Twitch because, well, I know that YouTube Live, at least, you can actually, like, block the ads, and then Kick, I don't know if Kick is running ads on my shit yet. If they're not, go watch me there instead. Lol. I'm still so pissed off about the fact that they just, like, run ads on your shit. Whoa! Oh, we're going to die. Ooh. I'm kind of pissed off about the fact that they, like, force you to run ads on your shit, either, like, pre-roll or, you know, like, mid-roll. I also noticed your affiliate now. I am, and that's, honestly, I wish I wasn't. If I didn't fill out the, again, they don't make it, like, apparent at all that they're going to force you to run ads on, like, I assumed that you have control over that, but as an affiliate, they just kind of, like, make you do it. You've had YouTube Live for 2 weeks and no one told me. I said so on stream, and you weren't there. Lol. Like, I've got... I don't get it, man. I've got, like, coyote time and everything, and I'm still falling into, like, holes. Have I been here yet? Why is this guy dead? Yeah, I guess I have. Alright, we'll go the other way. Yeah, no, I think it honestly, like, because I'm almost certain that YouTube Live also runs ads on your shit. I just don't know for fact because I have uBlock Origin. I assume that uBlock Origin works on YouTube Live ads. If it... What the fuck? If it doesn't, oh, wait. I went back to the beginning of the level. What the fuck? Okay. Anyway, if uBlock Origin doesn't block ads on YouTube Live, or, you know, they're running it, even, I might just set up my own RMTP server and run my own stream on my own website for ad-free viewing purposes. Because, like... I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be able to, like, make a functioning chat or whatever. Like, that's still going to probably be, you know, a little... That might be a little technically ambitious for my purposes and whatnot, but... like, I really fucking hate ads. Like, they're probably the most immoral thing that has become normalized on the internet. So, you know, there's that, I guess. I don't know. I'll keep everyone posted on that, I guess. That's a ways down the line, though, if it's going to happen. Just because I've got so many other programming projects that need to come first. And, classwork, as it happens. How do you stream pre-recorded file to Twitch? I think that OBS will just let you do that. You can just, like, drag it in, like, as a piece of media, I think, and it'll be fine. You'd better at me when the website's made. I have had a website for a little bit now. Unfortunately, due to a mishap when I was migrating my FreeBSD server to ZFS as opposed to ext4, pretty much everything that was at my domain is now down. And things that weren't at my domain are now down as well. But I'm getting them all up again, slowly but steadily. Today I set my reverse proxy back up, and hopefully I can get the rest of what went down. Or I set my sync thing up too. But yeah, well, hopefully we'll be able to recover everything. I know some things aren't recoverable, for fact. Like my blog probably isn't going to be coming back, at least not as it was. But that's okay, because I wanted to do a redesign for quite some time now anyhow. But yeah, that's gone. My personal Git server is gone. I don't want to say professional, but like my other Git server is also gone. Thankfully, I had all the code on there. Not backed up, but I have local copies of it. Since when? Since before I started streaming, actually. Lol. Roast, frozen, and poisoned. Okay, so I mean, I guess it's worth keeping around. But yeah, I've got a lot of work to do to set all that back up, and I might have to set even more up because I've got plans for some cool little interactive streamer thingamajigs that need a server backend. So I'll choose one of my 3 miniature computers and throw it on there. Why was I never told before this? It wasn't a very good website. I wasn't really particularly proud of it. In fact, I'm not even really upset that anything that was on there went down, to be honest with you. Like, it was all, like, fairly low quality. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's kind of upsetting that, like, the ontological record of how shit I was at writing in any you know, in any capacity was destroyed. I kind of would have liked to keep that up. But, you know, it is what it is. Oh, shit. Okay. So, the problem with that is that I don't think we have space for that gun. It's a fairly long one, I think, so... I don't know, we'll see. I'll get it if I can. I want to keep the wine. Let's throw out the spice mix, and I guess we can also throw out... I don't know, mystery meat can go, I guess. There we are. What site? I'm gonna go watch grass now? Oh. Okay. Thanks for coming. It was 11spades.net, by the way. Although, again, I wouldn't be going to it right now because nothing is up. I'm also just on watchgrassgrow.com. Crazy fucking website. M3 termite. I'm not sure I'm not sure we want that. We'll put this in here, and then I think we need... I guess we can eat these, and then get the termite. We're getting a lot of guns. And I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, but, like... This just doesn't feel like the part of the game that, like, I needed them in, you know? This would have been infinitely more exciting in the very beginning of the game when I was forced to use the fucking P3 Dirk. I had something that put fire out. I think I drank it. Ah. Fuck. 11spates.net refused to connect. Yeah, it's down. I think I just spoke extensively on this. Like the jails that like actually had the web server and everything exploded. Alright, we can sell to you. I don't want the M3 termite. It kind of sucks. This sucks. We can go back, get the Mossman. This sucks too. Bro grew up in the 70s? Oh, yeah. I mean, I think what I'm going to do for the sub badges is I'm just going to do, like, increasing values of card. Although, at the same time, that's kind of... I don't know, I think that's kind of uninspired. So if anyone has, like, suggestions for, like, sub badge ideas, let me know. I need them. Jails ads, ew. I'm now watching on YouTube. Okay. I'm gonna... Oh yeah, I should probably say. So I have not set the overlay up to get messages from Kick or YouTube yet. Because I've been lazy. Lol. So they don't come through yet, but that's going to be one of the programming streams. I think we'll hit that one on Thursday or Friday if everything works out. I want to do a programming stream and try to get that squared away. Not that it's like of critical importance, because I think like you are literally the only person that's going to be watching on YouTube, but you know, still, it would be nice to have everything hooked up. I'm also going to have to figure out a way to, on the overlay, differentiate between what messages came from where. You were the first YouTube subscriber. Congratulations. You've substantially worsened your life quality as a result. Lol. I guess we now have enough flour to justify getting that sugar back there, but I don't know, maybe we just eat flour straight up. Like, it'd be funny. Diamond ring. What? I've never seen that before. Let's get the cordon bleu. Eat flour. I'll eat flour if it comes to it. If we need the inventory space, you bet it'll be the first thing to go. I wonder if I can put the diamond ring on. No? Can't bling myself out. I think that's the last of the human flesh we need. So that's exciting. We just need more cheese, which I could have been buying the whole fucking time at the food guy. I'm screaming and crying and pissing and shitting. When did the go imp or go home tag go? When I got back from school, I think. I never really got it in the first place. I just put it up there because, you know, it was just there. It was there since the beginning. Oh, if I haven't already, I need to make requesting tag replacements into a channel point reward. Put it back on. Once I make it a channel point reward, I'll let you request it to come back. You still have 3 left? Yeah. I wanted new ones. I kept the ones I liked. Alright, so we're looking for a green like, set of drawers. And if we can get them, I will extract immediately and explode the stream. And burn everyone in the building with me. Don't these guys have, like, railguns? Alright. Whatever. Oh. Can I request to change a tag but not add one? SMH Twitch? No, it's not... It's not automated. Oh, shit! Fuck! Our shoes and shit are fucked up. We're cooked. I need to get repair items. Our luck has gone down dramatically. Also, where's the solar flares tag? That I also took away because I wanted new ones. Speaking of, how's the Ploika holding up? Honestly, okay, so the Ploika itself is... Where's my repair kit, actually? The Ploika itself is doing pretty good in terms of durability. What's... I mean, nothing's really worrying me right now, if I'm being so honest. Soda we'll keep for now. The Ploika's just fine for the time being. Although I do really need to find, like, some lesser healing item or repair item to fix our shoes. But, I mean, in general, how's it holding up against, like, scaling? Low-key, I am not too happy with its performance. And that's, like, not... That's just because I built it like shit. We still have an extra oil we can add, and I think I'm going to add damage oil. Or I'm going to get some oil that does, like, good damage. I'm thirsty, get water. Also, what the fuck is Ploika? This is the Ploika. It is, we use it to shoot, like, 1 billion bullets at once and cause problems. I really wish I didn't forget the, I really wish I didn't forget the sunglasses. Alas. Okay, we got him, though. A shoe. A fucking course, man. I guess we can replace the genie shoe for the time being with a combat boot. That'll, like, at least get us, the mobility that we're missing off of this, but, I don't know. Some, really, I'll take fucking anything capable of doing repairs. Ooh. Although, something a little more granular than a repair kit would be... Okay, so they're mine layers. That's interesting. I didn't realize that there were any enemy classes in the game that actually, like, did that. Okay, so... We want to keep the bread, or at least if we can, like, stomach holding on to it, we want to. I guess we just do the wine, right? Like, that's the most granular we can get, I think. I'm still, like, not seeing the chest of drawers, and I know it spawns, if not, like, here, then at least in this level. We've been through here, like, quite a bit. I would have hoped to have seen it by now. Untechnical oil, I mean, not really what we wanted to see, but we'll take it. Gas mask. Okay. Don't you just love having the screen turn a bright, like, vibrant white for just a little bit? I don't know about you, but it makes my day. Okay, we're poisoned now. I guess we use wine for this. How How did it get behind us? I've gotta know. Like... Alright. Also, Frog, I never got the chance to tell you. But when you were, like, in my DMs asking me for advice about Ori, like, you're playing a different Ori game. Like, you were playing the OG, like, Ori 1. I was playing the sequel. So there was no chance in hell I was ever going to be able to, like, figure out how to get past that rock. Ooh. A little spicy, are we? Like, I literally just didn't have to do that. That wasn't in the game I played. Alright, we can't get up there. Although, I guess we can talk to this fellow and see if he has any repair items. If we can get our elf shoe back in working order, that would be so big. Alas... Good grief, etc. He got one? Oh, yeah, so true. Hold up. It's so overkill, though. Okay. The rod stop paste could be good. We'll take that. I don't think we need the butter. The nicotine will be good, too. I've returned with water. You're making me thirsty, man. Put it away. No, I do need to get, like, a long, good drink after this, though. Oh, God. We're going for a little longer than I anticipated. I apologize about that. Never. Damn, bro. Help a homie out. What if we eat the flour? What if we don't bring flour home? You know, we have enough bread, actually. We have more than enough bread. The problem is... Hold up. I know how we can fix this. I know that swapping the ploik out is kind of fucking crazy. But, trust me. I know what I'm doing. If it means we can bring more loot home, I am all for it. Chess.com is banned on my school computer, but Drawback Chess isn't. I've never heard of Drawback Chess. Is that like, do they give you handicaps and shit, or what the fuck? You see that? Dude was kind of jorking it for a second. Like, I'm not insane. That happened, right? Like, we watched that live. Alright. Yeah, no, wait, why are you using your school computer? Dude, you're at home. I've gone mad. I mean, that kind of happened long before I started. Yayo! Alright, I gotta figure out what we're giving out. We're giving away for this, and then we can get the fuck out of here. It's probably going to demand, like, you know, my firstborn child and whatnot. I'm not too big on this, but we can at least get some inventory space off turning the herbs into nicotine. Give ourselves a little bit of lung cancer. I would give up my firstborn? Yeah, crazy work, though. What else do we want to give up? This is gonna be a big one. I guess we don't need the rod stop paste anymore, because we're not going to hit the boss. I'm taking this and I'm fucking leaving. I don't want to give up the diamond ring. That's kind of crazy. I'm not... We can't get rid of the Ploika, bro. We can't get rid of the Ploika. We don't need the chocolate bar. We're way good on the confections and whatnot. Is this, like, how big is this, actually? I guess that's, like, always kind of the question. So let's go ahead and do ourselves the favor of just not having to actually answer. And... oh, shit. Oh, because I ate the rod sop paste. I thought I was tripping for a second. Alright, so it's pretty big. It's, like, disappointingly large. So we can leave, like, most of the rod... We only need one human flesh. I can take the pizza slice back home. I'd really like to take the mud cake home. And if I think about it, really, like, each rod sop... It's not... Is it really worth it to, like, be taking rod sop home? Recycle oil. Untechnical oil, What are we doing? No mud cake for me? Dude, no. I'm getting the mud cake back. It's not... It's... What? We're losing, like, quite a bit of health here, but... Whatever. Kicker oil. I think this is it. We don't need the jewel musts. Let's just get the fuck out of here. I have no idea where my headphones went. That's okay. I lose my own head sometimes too. Alright, so... I guess that's like one of our meta progression goals done. We have the drawers now. So... we, as of right now at least, we have every storage item in sulfur. It's not nearly enough, but we do. So, while we're... Where did I put my head? I mean, I wouldn't have... It wouldn't be lost if I knew where it was. So let's sell the diamond ring. The ghetto we're going to keep. Because it completes my samurai outfit. We just need the helmet now. The oh, we did take flour home. So we can craft... I think we have everything we need. Get some more chocolate cake in here. So, I mean, at least we paid for it paid for itself in where'd I put your headphones? Dude, I sold them on eBay like yesterday. What are you talking about? So we came out plus on health, I think. Or we will in a hot second. Just need to... Dude, just enough rod sop. I'm so good at this game. Maybe we came out... Maybe we came out, like, vaguely minus, but we did kind of pay for it in terms of, whatchamacallit. We did get it paid for in terms of money. Like, absolutely. The crown is kind of crazy for value, at least in terms of, like, value per space. How much did I sell them for? 150. I mean, they weren't, like, you know, top of the line, but they were... In terms of money, I have no money. So true. I've been saying this. They choose not to believe me, but... You know. Such is the prerogative of the IRS. I guess we'll just keep this pizza slice here. It's not like we really have anything to do with it. We can sell the untechnical oil. They were bought for, like, 500. I needed to get rid of it fast before you could press charges and whatnot. I've already converted it into various, like, cryptocurrencies and whatnot. Bup. Ah, not enough cheese. I guess I should have seen that one coming. Alright, whatever. Second crown. I guess we put this in the vault. We don't have any space in the vault. I'm gonna keep sunglasses on my person, I think, from now on, so that I don't forget them going in. Let's get some repairs. Wait, hold up. What headphones do you have that are $500? I need to know. Like, it didn't hit me until just now. We'll do the crafting exploit on you in a sec. I need you to repair these. You know what? Let's actually just repair all our bullshit while we're here. $349. Jesus Christ, dude. Like, these better be, like, top tier audiophile headphones. For that kind of price is insane. I want to keep the ball gag because it's really cool and it turns the world red. And I feel like this is going to be... useful at some point. I just don't know exactly for what yet. Beats? Oh, dude. God bless you. When your beats finally give out, do yourself a favor, go to Bear Dynamics and get yourself a pair of DT990s. I have been wearing the ones that are currently on my head for so long, it's not even funny, and they are, to date, after, I want to say, like, 9 different pairs, these are the single best headphones that I've ever had on my head. Flea oil. We don't want flea oil. And collateral oil, we'll keep the collateral oil. No, we won't. No, we won't. If I need to penetrate something, I will do it with a railgun enchantment, and that'll be that. So, it's not even worth. Anyway, yeah, dude, this has, like, actually been a really profitable run. I thought we kind of took the L there with how much we were getting shot in the face, but, like, we did good. Did I sell that crown? There's no fucking way I sold that crown, did I? No. Okay. Did that exploit. Alright. The last thing on our bill is to find mosquito oil, which was kind of like the whole... point of this stream. And failure to find it, I think, kind of, you know, constitutes me blowing myself up with a grenade. But we'll get to that next stream. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I really, like, I just wanted to get the chest of drawers. Anyway, thank you all for coming out tonight. I really appreciate it. I haven't had this much fun on a stream in a long time, and I'm very excited for, you know, the stuff I've got coming up with you guys. It's really, now that I'm affiliate, like, and I don't have to maintain a consistent, like, average amount of viewers over a bunch of different streams, like, I'm very excited to be able to do, you know, like, more... I guess risky isn't the right word, but, like, content that's, like, not on the schedule and that I don't really have to, like, tell anyone about beforehand. I can just, like, go on and do it. I'm very excited to, like, sort of get that thing going on. Yeah, so I hope that, you know, you'll tune in the future for that stuff. But in the meantime, it's been a pleasure. I hope it was as much fun to watch as, you know, I had playing. And yeah, if anyone's got any raid suggestions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Otherwise, I'll just, you know, raid another guy in the sulfur category. Seems to have been working so far. There's the one other guy that plays this game that, like, I really think does a good job of streaming. I've been watching a lot of his stuff lately. So hopefully he's on. I'd love to send you guys towards him again. Goraggle? Is Goraggle online? Am I going to be, like, put on a watch list for giving Goraggle material support? No, I'm kidding. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. We'll send him your way. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you, if not earlier, Wednesday for Crosscode. Ciao.